Hey everyone, my name is Simpzy. How you all doing? Welcome back to some more Crusader Kings 3. Here today on the channel, we're going to be starting a brand new campaign series as Maelys the Monstrous. This is our first Blackfire run. So, if you like the sound of that, feel free to leave the video a like, subscribe if you're new, let me know feedback and suggestions in the comments. We're starting in the scenario of the War of the Nine Penny Kings, and it's a story-driven campaign. Let's go. Alright, the Band of Nine. So we're going to be starting in Essos with the Golden Company, and the main objective of this series is to put the Blackfires, the true Targaryen line, on the Iron Throne. We're just going to have to watch out for Barristan Selmy, who ultimately got rid of Maelys. We also have Maynard Blackfire. Now, we might have to get rid of him. Well, we will offer him up to try and get a dragon. So this is a really hard campaign, and I would say it's nearly impossible unless you bring the dragons back. So hopefully we can have a nice run. I don't know what the percentage is, but I think it's nearly like a 50-50 for the dragon to spawn, and we'll try and call it Blackfire. So we're the descendant of Daemon Blackfire. Here is the Targaryen and Blackfire line. So we're going to go around and with our Golden Company manage to rally Essos, and then we'll ultimately cross over to Westeros and take the Iron Throne and ultimately depose the Targaryens. But this is my first time playing as a Blackfire, first time playing as Maelys Blackfire, the Monstrous, who is quite a large, disfigured figure. You can see something popping out from his neck. We're going to, pass Absolute Crown Authority. And I think we'll go with Martial. It's already 19. I feel like it nearly should be slightly higher. So we're going to go with the strategical focus there with a +3. And hopefully, let's not have the end of the Blackfires. So we do need to pick a faith of the 7, although Maelys isn't probably overly that holy. Fertility is probably not a bad idea, since we've got a fair few martial, because I would like to get more Blackfires on the throne eventually and ultimately get rid of the Targaryen. So we've got Lys and Tyrosh and Myr, and then we have the Stepstones too. So what else can we do here? We can imprison one of these maesters, maybe. And we've got a fair few wars we can declare. But he's the last known member. And this is all thanks to, well, Aegon the 5th, legitimizing everyone. Legitimizing Daemon Blackfire. So we've got a lot of cadet branches, or... Well, it's really quite interesting, because even in the current books, there's a lot of Toynes and Mudds and Strongs and Coles and stuff from extinct houses. So I wonder, because we've got like Fossaways here too, are these actually Fossaways and Toynes and whatnot, or have they just taken the name? I do like the Golden Company. Not in the show though, yikes. In the show it was terrible. Those random dudes that showed up, stood there for a second. They completely just forgot the bitter steel law bit, and how like even like Cersei in the books was pissed off and was surprised when the Golden Company broke their contract and pivoted down to go and support young Griff. Like, she was shocked at that. They were meant to have elephants too. They sort of abandoned that. We do have a bunch of dragon eggs we can put down here, and here is Maelys with his egg. Okay, so we've got one more title here. So I guess I give it to this Fossaway. Derek Fossaway, the bad apple. And give the Ragged Hill. Is that because of like Dogged? Wasn't there a Ragged Dogged or something? They got exiled? I can't remember. Anyway, let's rally up to go against Tyrosh, I suppose. The Golden Company is so cool in the books. They have those titles of knights too. They've got elephants, and obviously being created by Bittersteel. It is interesting that At least the Golden Company believes that Aegon probably is a Blackfire. Young Griff. Alright, let's continue to go west here. And we're going to have to try and win all these wars. I want to get to a point where we have Essos under our control. Oh, here we go. So we've got the Sarn scroll. So this is what's going to allow us to go to the Pyre and potentially spawn a dragon. So let's try and do that. I believe that there's also a chance that the Targaryens can also bring the dragons back. So here we are. Unfortunately, we will have to get rid of our son, Maynard. But let's just hope we can wake the dragon. And we can. A son for a son. The dragons have returned. And Morhon is its name. It is a purple dragon. So let's rename it. There we go. Now, it is going to take quite some time before the dragon is big enough to ride. I think it needs to be 12 or is it 16 years old? I can't remember. We also want it to be strong enough to not be taken out by castles and scorpions and whatnot. But the dragons have returned. Maelys the Monstrous will one day ride a new dragon, which is Blackfire. Maegor Targaryen Vagabond, okay. And a traveller by the look of it. Is now officially my heir. We do have a regency too. Alright, so the dragons have returned, so that's going to make things a lot easier for us. It just depends if my cousins over the narrow sea in Westeros get dragons, essentially. Okay, so we've only got like 40,000 men against the United Seven Kingdoms. So we need to get all of Tyrosh and Myr under our control. And then once Blackfire is big enough, we should be able to burn the cities of Westeros. Alright, let's continue to push south. 26 command, not too shabby. It is interesting that Maelys actually got rid of Daemon Blackfire, his cousin, crushing him and ultimately taking control of the Golden Company. But we will have a couple of notable figures in this series, because we're in the timeline of essentially Robert and Ned's grandfather. So we got Barristan Selmy. I think Tywin's in this too. Brynden Rivers as well. They actually were some of the notable figures to unite and bring Maelys down. Alright, so we've won that war. Now it's probably best to go after Myr. You can go all the way and attack Westeros. It is actually sometimes better to let these wars go on a little bit longer if you want to farm experience, farm traits, and of course wait for Blackfire to grow. But the deformed Maelys now has a dragon. So he the ultimate claimant for the Iron Throne. Will the Lords of Westeros respect him? He currently is refusing marriage too, so we'll eventually change that. And we'll try and get him, I don't know, maybe a Reach Bride, a High Tower or someone. I'm not entirely sure. We'll have to see who's available to us. Okay, so we can grant some of these lands. Let's just do it then. So Tyrosh is now our vassal. We have 5,000 there. We've got a little bit of cash spare, so we should be able to create a men-at-arm regiment. I think there's some pretty good Dragon Guard we can get. Alright, let's push north here now. And take more of Essos, bringing the free cities and their trade to our side. You kind of forget in the books that, like, how advanced, how much better the free cities are than Westeros. Like, they're constantly warring, and it's like warm over there, and Yeah, I think you have a bit of time living in one of the free cities. Because they're very much like sort of eastern Greece there. Your Constantinople's like, you literally have Bravos, which is Rhodes. Alright, so Mir is being brought under heel. Now, Maelys is just actively commanding, and we're going to win this one. With superior numbers here now. I'm bringing the magistrates to our side. We haven't got our dragon riding abilities yet, so let's dish out some of this minor territory. We don't want to hold onto them too much. I could potentially... I'm trying to think if I should land some of these ancient houses here now, so then I can have them in Westeros later. Like, I saw a Mud there before. Maybe we give House Mud back to the Riverlands, get rid of the Tullys. Maybe bring back House Toyne from the Stormlands, give them the command of the Stormlands. Maybe try and bring the Fossaways to control the Reach. There's a fair few. The Stricklands, we could give them more of a prominent position. There was even someone that ruled Harrenhal at one point too. Okay, so let's go north to Pentos. Try and bring them under our control too. They have 8,000, we still have 22, and Maelys is just an absolute chad. So we'll look to go north with our Blackfire host. And we'll give Strickland. Yeah, oh, there's also Coles too, from the... Well, they say he's Dornish in House of the Dragon, but he's on the Dornish Marches. He's on that border there. So, we could give him Dorne. House Cole. I don't think they are related to Sir Crispin. Yeah, here's the Mud. House Mud. That's cool. Alright, so let's give these pieces of territory to House Strickland. Also got Harry Strickland in the books. So, oh, there he is there. There's young Harry. So we could eventually give it to Randall. And then eventually Harry Strickland can have these lands. But it seems like in the books a lot of them don't claim direct descent from House Mud and House Toyne and whatnot, but they just take the name, which is cool. Alright, so let's station these crossbows and try and increase. Yeah, there's these, where were they? Dragon Guard. Yeah, these guys look sick. So we'll create them, and then any spare money we'll invest into Maelys the Monstrous as Dragon Guard. And then once Essos is under our control, we'll move into the Stepstones, like Daemon Targaryen did, the Rogue Prince, and become a Pirate King. Then I imagine we're probably going to have to go straight to Westeros, but as we are very much like Maegor the Cruel, I don't know if the Lords of Westeros are going to be overly happy with us. Okay, so my heir Maynard Targaryen is ill. Let's continue to try and take some territory in and around Pentos. They're not going to be the most highly secure castles too. Let's employ both. And then hopefully Pentos will fall soon. But so far, we're doing well. Essos is falling to the Blackfires. The free cities are becoming under our control. I guess we'll just get rid of that. I'll decide what I want to do with the magistrates. Alright, we've won now, and now Pentos is under our control. So, we can go to Westeros now. So once again, as soon as that war ends, you need to go straight into another war. So let's go against Lys, or Lys, and move south against the free cities. So let's go there, and then we'll eventually go into the Stepstones, which is a little bit harder to navigate. But Maelys' prowess is absolutely fantastic. Maybe once we get to a stage where we can do Trahaba combats ourselves, I think. Alright, let's go down Strategist. And yeah, we got Theo Toyne of the Stormlands. And eventually we could give them potentially Well, Lord Paramounts of Storm's End, I suppose. Okay, can't do anything there. Simon Toyne. Just trying to think what line. Leo Toyne. There's still 2 lines there. We could land them and then eventually give them the Stormlands. Unless everyone just submits to the new Dragon Lord. Because Blackfire is, well, back. Okay, so let's ransom these Pentoshi, and we're going to be able to get a fair bit of money from the free cities too, which will allow us to invest in our men-at-arms. So I would recommend focusing on the free cities first. You should have the numbers. Alright, so need to go after Lys. You can do it roughly in this order, but I reckon Essos, then the Stepstones, then we're going to have to deal with the Westeros, which is going to be easier said than done. Okay, let's move south. Alright, so let's engage these 9,000. Oh, we just captured him in that first battle. Nice. Oh, a Valyrian steel wielder. What did he have? Truth, the Valyrian steel sword. Oh, wow, okay. We shall absolutely take that. And we'll give that to Maelys. He can have a Valyrian steel weapon. It's probably got some really nice stats on it too. Rather than him wielding that battle axe. There we go, look at this. He has a Valyrian steel sword. Okay, time to war with the Stepstones now. And that should be the final piece of our Essos puzzle. We may have Truth as our Valyrian steel sword. Not Blackfire though. Oh, hang on. King Aegon the Fifth has joined. Oh, the unlikely dragon. That's annoying. Okay, so the Targaryens on the throne have essentially said, hey, the Stepstones is within our sphere of influence. We're going to challenge you here. Okay, so this is going to be interesting. As we're going to be fighting a good chunk of them here. Yikes. Okay, so maybe we can just try and get to the Stepstones quick enough and try and seize as much territory as we can. There's 4,000 there of the local pirate scourge. We do have the free cities on our side and the Golden Company. But we need to wrap up this war quick before the Red Wine Fleet and the supporting Targaryen throned forces alive. It's going to cost me a little bit of money there, so let's not do that one. Let's move to here. Alright. Nice. Oh, here we go. 24,000 Targaryens have landed. They're engaging 5,000 there. We should have the numbers there. And we have... Oh, and Lord Commander Sir Duncan the Tall. Unfortunately, Dunk the Lunk was as thick as a castle wall. We've got a new commander on the wall, actually. Carl Butler. It is now John Karstark. Interesting. Okay, so we've just beaten the Targaryen forces, and a second time there. They are too far from home in the Stepstones. Okay. Let's move further here. Oh, okay, so the... Oh, and we've won. Oh, good. Let's quickly get this war done and dusted. So, Duncan the Tall actually fought, Maelys, which is funny. Alright, and now, basically, you have to go and do your birthright. I think wrapping up that war quicker was the play. You can extend it a bit longer, but now we have to do the ultimate thing. And because this is a story-driven campaign, we're going to have to march westward and claim our birthright. Maelys Blackfire, heir of Daemon Blackfire, was legitimized Well, he was legitimized by his father, King Aegon IV, Targaryen, gave him Blackfire, a symbol of his father and a symbol of him choosing him as his heir over Daemon, and then Daeron. But now we possess a dragon as we look to go against the Iron Throne. Let's ransom these guys off. But here is the 5th and final, hopefully, Blackfire Rebellion. The Blackfires have Targaryen blood, the black dragon versus the white. We have a dragon, they do not. So that should count for something, but it is a tiny dragon, so we're not going to be able to deploy it. Kingdom of the Stepstones, who should we give that to? I'm thinking House Mud, maybe, and then we can ultimately like move them along. Yeah, John Mudd. There should be other Mudds too. So let's give John Mudd control of the Stepstones. Pirate King Mudd. That's just funny. Although I don't know, these are really direct descendants. Well, House Mudd's extinct, so, and a lot of these houses are too. All right. Well, we just smashed the army there in the Stepstones, so it's probably not a bad idea just to catch them there. No, as if no one's going to stop them in Tyrosh moving. Well, that's annoying. Well, we're in a good opportunity now. We crushed the army in the Stepstones. Not all of them have come to my side, their side, but most of them have. The most important ones. Dawn seems fractured. A couple of others too. So I suppose the thing is we're being forced into this war, right? And we can't really get any more strength. We could just wait, but ultimately we're going to lose. So without a dragon, they just have what they outnumber us 10 to 1. So what I'm going to try and do is sail up the Blackwater, do the Stannis Baratheon tactic, rally up here, and just try and throw this war and hope that Maelys doesn't get imprisoned or doesn't get taken out, essentially. So, because of the script of this, we've been forced to fight this war. We honestly want to wait another 10 years until Blackfire is big enough to start burning castles in Westeros, because our dragon isn't fully grown. And then also we want to try and get a marriage and have our lower alliances too. So if we can just throw this war, or try and win it as best we can, but I don't like our odds. They just numerically outbeat us. Like, I haven't won a war in Crusader Kings 3 being outnumbered 10 to 1 without a dragon, ever. Because as you can see here, it's nearly 30,000. So Aegon the Unlikely sits on the Iron Throne. We can't make peace. We could maybe try to get rid of him, so then we can nullify this war. That actually might be a play, but I just don't know if anyone's going to be able to be that close to him, because they quite like Aegon V the Unlikely. Guess he's Duncan Targaryen died. Maybe he died in Summerhall or something. Yeah, so we can't even bribe Egg by the look of it. It wasn't Aegon V that legitimized everyone, it was a different Aegon. Alright, so we've waited a little bit to rally up. We have, what? Just shy of 20,000. This is going to be tough. We've already got the kin slaying debuff there. God, he's got some bad traits. And also maybe if we get rid of, once we lose this war, we can, or win this war, we can get rid of the refused marriage trait. So, oh, he does look bigger, Blackfire, but he's only 3. So what? Yeah, okay, so those stats are not that good whatsoever. So he is owned, but he isn't tamed yet. I want him to be a bit more bigger and a bit more fierce, because I feel like he's going to get taken out. We don't want to lose our only dragon that quickly. We want to try and get more children too. So this is why this campaign's hard. Alright, so let's go to Westeros. Hopefully Maelys doesn't get captured. We've got the free cities on our side. And you never know, we might be able to intercept and capture Aegon the Unlikely. That's also a strategy too, trying to capture him. Alright, so let's sail up the Blackwater and then see how we go. Instead of landing in the Stormlands and moving. So let's just go straight to King's Landing, try and capital snipe, and allow the AI to follow us. So we're going to try and siege the Hook Market. That's now taken. Let's push to Visenya's Heel. That's taken. So let's push to the Gold Guard Heights. Forces are starting to get clear, and the Tyrells have arrived before we can even make an attempt on the Red Keep. So a fight's going to break out between Maelys and the Tyrells. At the moment, we're outnumbered by 7,000, but Luther Tyrell is losing this fight, and another 30,000 just came in. So we are going to lose this fight. Maelys is not commanding it. Targaryen, Arryn, Stark, and Lannister and Baratheon forces are coming against Maelys now. Okay, so we've lost that. So ultimately, I suppose we just try and throw this war or do as much damage as we can. We still might be able to win a battle, but I think our best bet is to lose and then come back and lick our wounds. And just hope Maelys doesn't die, because he's not commanding in the process here. Another commander is. Who's better than him. Okay, right, so... losing again. Right, that's 100% now. Now, oh, okay, so we have been unlucky and we have been imprisoned. Which is not good, obviously. We could still get Maynard to potentially become heir, but he's got no children. So we are imprisoned. I guess our play now is to escape, because he doesn't get imprisoned all the time. Characters don't. Okay, so let's try and escape and see if we get lucky, and then we should be able to fight this war in Westeros on our own terms. And we've been successful. Maelys the Monstrous bribed and has now bought off the guards in the Red Keep, and he's now fled east. However, he has lost a lot of support and vassals in the process. So now that that's happened, we've lost the refused marriage trait, and now we can get an alliance in Westeros, potentially with the Dornish, maybe the Tyrells, maybe the Lannisters or Starks, who knows. So we have lost some allies there in the Free Cities, which is rather annoying. Oh no, we still got some of them, the ones we landed. I don't think Tyrosh is with us though. Mir isn't. Pentos is. But now we have an opportunity to get some more heirs. He is only 43, and we've got enough time to allow Blackfire to fully grow into a dragon. So now we are now back in Essos. We need to reset up our men-at-arms. And then we'll wait for Blackfire to be fully grown. We can probably look for political marriages now in Westeros. Also, straight up here is Jenna Lannister. That is Tywin's sister, who canonically married a Frey. Yeah, that's Tywin and what's-his-face's children. Okay, there still might be some other potential lords, but... okay, maybe negotiating with Titus the Toothless, Tywin's weak father, might bring the Lannisters to our cause. And then we've got Kevin. Looks like Tywin's actually imprisoned. Then we have Doran Martell. If we ever have a daughter, we could marry to him. Oh, wait, we've got Elia Martell. Okay, she's not going to accept that. That'd be good. So we've got Ormond Baratheon. And then we've got Luther Tyrell, father of Mace. We've got John Arryn here. Edmund Tully. Quellan Greyjoy. Harlan is his heir. So what's even going with the Starks? So there are like some familiar names, but we're in an alternative timeline essentially. Edwyle Stark. Is that Rickard's father? I'm not entirely sure. So I think Jenna Lannister is probably not a bad idea. Negotiate. We're essentially negotiating with Tywin, putting a half Lannister on the throne early, who potentially could ride a dragon. That would be quite good. So we're going to marry Jenna Lannister, force Tytos's hand, and this is going to allow us to have the Westerlands support us. There will be others that will support the Blackfires, but Jenna Lannister is not too bad. She's a fortune builder. So, unfortunately Maegor we can't bring in. The Laughing Mad Dragon, who's a bit skittish. I'd rather have him on side. We'll ransom some prisoners, but at the end of the day, Maelys is 43 and still has a decent amount of support and a dragon at the end of the day. So we'll wait for Blackfire to become fully, well, grown. Okay, so anything else we can do here? No. Just looking at our advance. Alright, I guess we're going to try and just burn some time simply. Got some political prisoners too. Let's try and ransom them. Should live to at least his 50s or 60s. So once Maelys mounts Blackfire, tames her, takes to the skies, it's not really going to matter how many lords are in Westeros. 20,000 is at least minimum. So we'll have that with this political marriage that we've managed to sign. We will ask the Lannisters to pay for our weight in gold. Looks like we're only going to get 50 though. So Maelys, although he's a giant, he's doesn't believe her. Okay, so we'll just keep an eye on her. She does already have another child. Oh, but she is pregnant. So hopefully Maelys is more fertile than his ancestor Maegor. So strategist we can now officially get, and we're going to build up. Okay, so my daughter and heir. So Rhaenyra Blackfire. Rhaenyra sounds too Targaryen. So we're going to go with Dana, who is Maelys's mother. And she's looking more Lannister by the look of it. So let's use some of these dragon eggs. We shall cradle with her. And then I guess we could use her. She's quite young for a... to be actually married. But I guess we could use her for a political marriage. Okay, she's got blonde Lannister hair. I might look to change that or like dye her hair. We don't want all of Maelys's children coming out looking like Lannisters. Hey, a new dragon enters the world. Oh, nice. So, Eldaron has a... Dana has a dragon. Nice. Okay, so maybe that's more enticing. So let's try and find a marriage for her. We've skipped a little bit ahead. She is now 6. Maelys is still building up his strength. And we're still waiting for Blackfire to become bigger and stronger. The longer we wait, the better situation we're in. So Doran Martell has yet to be married off. So if I marry her off to Dana, 24, she has a dragon now, so they seem more willing to accept. If I send him a gift, this might sway it. And then we can bring the Martells on our side. Oh, so they won't accept it through that, but they might accept it through a matrilineal marriage? No, maybe we need to give him more, potentially. Give him... Actually, we'll give him a dragon egg. How about that? That should get him over the line. Can't give him Daemon Blackfire or Bitter Steels, you know what. We'll gift that, and that should... We'll gift House Martell a dragon egg, and they should love that. We're giving her a... Yeah. We're giving Doran Martell a dragon rider, eventually. House Martell its own egg. Doran at this point would have Targaryen blood in him, wouldn't he? Because Quentyn claims to have. So Doran might actually have more than Quentyn. He must have like 5% Targaryen blood, maybe. We got Stefan, and then Ronald. So Stefan is the father of Robert Baratheon. Luther, and then we got Mace. We got the Leighton Hightower, and he's 36. Baelor Hightower. I'm just trying to see if there's any other alliances we can get. So Blackfire is now 12. I think I'll start the invasion when Blackfire is like 16. And we've also got a secondary dragon there too, which is 6. So 2 dragons at the moment, which is rather good. Maelys is now 51. So just building up here. So this is how we're going to put Maelys the Monstrous on the throne. That's how I've sort of found. Conquer the East and try and wrap up that war quickly. So, yeah, we're building up her strength quite a bit. Here are Blackfire's traits too. Grand hatchling of Maelys. But at the moment, the Lannisters with 20,000 knights. And then we've got 25,000 spears supporting us too. So if we could somehow bring the Tyrells on side, the Baratheons might be inclined, as they essentially owe their... Well, they owe their allegiance to the Targaryens, because Orys was supposedly Aegon's half-brother, so they have a small amount of Targaryen blood. But maybe the Tyrells or the Tullys might be more inclined to join us. But at the end of the day, Maelys is, well, monstrous, so people aren't overly going to like him too much. Let's just try and berate this little dragon hatchling. Son and heir, Valar Blackfire. No, let's name him after my father, Aegon Blackfire. And we'll cradle Aegon with that. We could have even called him... Daemon's probably not the best. Cradle sickness, okay. So, Maelys does have an heir, Aegon, after his father. There are more Blackfire names. Oh, but he's not too healthy. He is also blonde like a Lannister. So we'll have to change that. I want them to all be white hair, or maybe that would be fitting. Could marry her to a Tully potentially. Or him. Are there any... Amanda Baratheon. What about Tyrell? Oh, wait. Mace has a daughter. So this is Tylara. This is like Marjorie, essentially, I suppose. Maybe we do that. Well, then we'll bring in that... okay, so once Luther dies, Mace will be heir. So Mace Tyrell's eldest daughter, an heir at the moment, is Liara. So we'll move to Mace. Okay, so that's going to shore up the reach. Because I guess the Lords of Westeros know, like, hang on. The longer we wait, Maelys is going to come back over at some point. And he has 2 dragons now. The first time around, he didn't have a dragon fully grown. He just had a little hatchling. But the Blackfires are coming soon. Oh, there's been a succession on the Iron Throne. Aegon has passed away. Aerys II now sits. And this would be the Mad King, wouldn't it? Yeah. Okay, so... do we go against him now? Balon is his heir. And it looks like Aegon has had a dragon hatchling too. So that's 3 dragons for the Blackfires in Essos. Repeating Daenerys and Dany's, I suppose. We're probably nearly ready to go. There's been a new king on the throne. He hasn't been coronated. So maybe we look to go now then. My martial skills are going pretty high too, 29. And he's going to be riding a dragon, Blackfire. Oh, unfortunately, Tytos has died. So Tywin Lannister has taken control. Was instrumental in the marriage alliance between his sister and Maelys. So maybe he's down to bring down the Targaryens once and for all and put a Lannister on the throne and use this as an opportunity. And, yeah, okay. Alright, I reckon it's time to probably go then. We've got a decent amount, but our dragon is going to be the main one. So Blackfire is now 17. That's well and truly big enough. I don't think we're going to be taken out by a scorpion. We're actually going to be able to, like, siege castles. So let's properly tame Blackfire. And so Maelys can get the Dragon Rider ability. So let's do that. And the giant Maelys the Monstrous, not on horseback in this alternative timeline, getting crushed by Sebastian. He's going to be riding a dragon. And then his 2 young children will probably be accompanying him too. Wow. Alright, well, Are we ready to go, essentially? Yep, I'm really quite happy with that. So even the other dragons are getting quite old too. So let's go against the Mad King Aerys and make a claim for the Iron Throne. Let's claim all of it. War has now been declared. Who will side with the Blackfires over the Targaryens? So the Lannisters, through our alliance, marriage-wise. Tywin and the Reach are now here. So we've got 3 of the 7 kingdoms under our control. We've also got dragons too. So it looks like half of Dawn has stayed. Not all of the Westerlands have come. House Tully looks like they're going to stay with them. You never know, some might stand neutral. So Maelys is going to leave Essos now. We're going to land in Sunspear to rally up with my son-in-law and my daughter. And we've essentially given House Martell dragon riding ability. Like, we can't even conquer Dawn anyway. So why not allow them to be essentially impugned forever? Allow them to be a dragon riding house in the future. Having a closer tie with the Blackfires and, well, yeah, you never know. The dragon's going to be in Sunspear, so it might lay eggs in the Water Gardens. Who knows? Okay, so we're going to call all our eastern allies there where we can. The Tyrell forces have entered Dawn. I'm sure the Dornish would have been quite scared about that. And then the Lannister forces are somewhere. Alright, so we have 32 command here now. And then the Free Cities are coming over. The High Septon doesn't like me, obviously. Fossilway units moving in, along with other Free Cities. We've officially been excommunicadoed. And now with Maelys, 57 years of age, riding a dragon with a good chunk of the Lords of Westeros with us. Let's push towards King's Landing and bring down the Targaryen dynasty once and for all. Because the Blackfires are the true heirs of Old Valyria. So Tywin is sending 15,000 Lannisters. Brandon Stark is now... Oh yeah, right, because Brandon Stark is alive in this timeline, isn't he? I forgot. Ned, maybe not. Because he was meant to be the ruler. Okay, we're just going to sit outside King's Landing. Hang on, for some reason no one's coming with Maelys. There we go. AI just being a little bit silly. We're going to snipe King's Landing. Alright, here we go. So the Baratheons are going to intercept us along with the Starks. Oh! Oh my god. By the smallest of margins we were losing there. And for whatever reason, a Lyseni has taken control. Okay, so let's use our dragon. Let's take Visenya's Hill. And we've won the first stage of the war. House Tyrell owes its existence to the Targaryens. They've sided. The Dornish, always being dragon supporters, I guess, now. Interesting alternative timeline. It's mostly the Lords are joining us because we have a dragon. And the Targaryens don't. It was all about symbols anyway. It's going to be interesting in the books. I reckon Aegon's going to take the throne and everyone's going to be like, oh sweet, like young Griff. And then Daenerys is going to rock up and be like, oh, what the hell? And he probably would be better for the realm. Like, what do you do? If young Griff has been born to rule and raised to rule and knows how to be a good king, even if he's got Blackfire blood or a little bit of Targaryen, what is Daenerys going to do? Will she go mad? Alright, so taking King's Landing might not be the opportunity here. Wait, Rosby joined us? Okay. They just like, we are totally out of the Dance of the Dragons. We ain't doing that again. So maybe going higher up here, taking some of these other keeps. And maybe if the army moves again. We're getting so close though to capitulating Aerys. Aegor's dragon is starting to spit flames. Nice. They've capitulated. Baelor. There's still Balon. German. Okay. We're not going to be able to take anymore, unfortunately. Alright. Let's enforce our demands. And the Blackfires on Dragonback have officially taken the Iron Throne. Good. So be it. So I guess we can do a short little run and reign of King Maelys on the Iron Throne. We'll try and get our coronation done quickly and swiftly. Let's reappoint a Dragon Keeper. Probably want to try and rebuild the Dragon Pit. We do only have a limited number of eggs, but we have managed to take and acquire more of theirs. So there's only, what, 3 Targaryens or Blackfires in this branch. And I suppose we round up all the other Targaryens and make sure the Blackfires are the only claimants. So we own our claim through this line of House Targaryen, through Daemon Blackfire, who was legitimized and a lot saw as the heir, as King Aegon the Unworthy gave Blackfire to him. The Targaryens claim through this line. So Aemon looks like he's already on the wall. We've managed to imprison the Targaryen family, so we've still got Balon's line. We also got Maegor the Laughing Dragon. We've also got the Bright Flame line. They seem to be over in the Far East. I'm surprised they didn't really support us that much. They married into the Fossaway line, which is interesting. But I suppose we'll send the males to the Night's Watch, the others to the Silent Sisters, and those who do not accept, well, you're going to be becoming a tasty snack for Blackfire, I suppose. So we've got Valar, maybe playing as like Balon Breakspear. That might be a cool run. Alright, so let's go through and negotiate. I don't want them to renounce their claims and like banish them, so I think we're just going to straight up ransom, send them to the wall or get rid of them. Now, it is quicker doing it this way. You can get them all to kneel before the Iron Throne. I swear like half of the time it doesn't even happen. So you are nearly better off just using it through the log here. So it might be quicker just to get rid of them too. We have to scroll further to make them be properly fed to Blackfire. So let's get rid of Rhaella Targaryen. Let's narrow these branches down so that no Targaryens are really there to claim against us. We'll just make it all through Maelys' Monstrous line. So we are weakening Valyrian Black Dragon riding ability in Westeros, but I suppose it's worth it. And I will give Aemon Targaryen the opportunity to have some family members up there. Ardwood Darry, he can't join the Night's Watch, he's too young, so we'll get rid of him. So it doesn't really matter all these tyrannical and really bad traits, because, well, Maelys is a monster. Maybe we'll have a better reign with Aegor, and maybe there'll be others to claim his dragon. So a new king on the throne. Some of the traitors have been drawn against us. I guess we'll try and be some level of lenient, because we can't get rid of all the lords that stood against us. I sent Ares to the wall, but maybe he needs to come before me. Maybe we need to go through it in here. Maybe this came first. Yep. So let's send him to the wall. Let's send Lord Stefan to the wall too. Edmund Tully. Also, sometimes I feel like it doesn't work all the time if you do this. Sometimes they can escape and rebel, which is annoying. I feel like there's a higher chance if you do it through the other way. Quellen, I guess we'll keep alive. Some of the other Dornish, it's whatever. I guess we'll try and send as many of them to the wall. Same with the Massies. Just other random houses is fine. Got a Massey there. A Darry. We'll leave some of the minor lords up to their lord's discretion. Let's send the Aaron to the wall. Because I do want to have some peace and stability in Westeros, but I understand that most of the people think a monster sits the Iron Throne. Yeah, so we're going to have some defiance there. So now some of them are going to rise up against me. That's just so annoying. That's why you're better off doing it on the other side. Okay, so we'll have a quick war. We've got 30,000 soldiers now because we fully own the Crown lands and the Gold Cloaks. Okay, so Aerys has joined the Night's Watch, accompanying his uncle Aemon. So there's only 2 Targaryens left in the world. We've become the head of the culture, and House Blackfire is the only sort of living descendants of House Targaryen in Westeros. There is, of course, House Blackfire. Sorry, House Brightflame in the east. Okay, let's push over to Massey's Hook and take this territory from them. Another call to war there in the east, but we're not going to do that. So 29,000 should be enough to get rid of the Masseys, and we are on Dragonback now. Blackfire is nearly 20. Let's continue to use our fire and flames. Alright, a Massey army has moved up here. Small little rebellion against the Iron Throne. Let's use our dragon on Stone Dance. Like in the dance. The dragons are starting to build up. A claimant. My liege, the Iron Throne rightfully owns to Ronald by divine right. Stephen Baratheon trying to put his brother on the throne. Oh, they have Rhaella's blood. Oh, okay. Well, they've probably got a stronger claim. Looks like the Starks are going to be free and independent. Lord Brandon. Alright, looks like Maelys is back at war with more lords in Westeros. Rather annoying. So we're going to have to deal with the Baratheons quickly. Then the Starks. They've joined this war that was against the Masseys. I should be able to get some more reinforcements in. Damn, Brandon sided with them. So let's call everyone into the main war, and then I guess allow at least a couple to join that other war, that rebellion. But Maelys' rule, I never said was going to be easy. It is a hard campaign at the end of the day. But so far we're doing alright under the circumstances. We could be in a far worse situation. Oh, we had 4 Crown Authority. Yikes, it's gone to 2. That sucks. We've also got some territory to divvy out. Do I give Luther Hand of the King? I guess I do. We might need to reappoint the small council. Dana's now 15. Aegor's now 6. Married to Mace's daughter, which is essentially Marjorie. Let's try and do some reappointments here. Yep, let's chuck a Darkland to be Master of Law. They've always been loyal to the Targs. Let's get Tywin Lannister to be our Master of Coin. Tywin is technically Maelys' brother-in-law in the eyes of the Seven. Can't seem to swap out any of the marshals there, which is annoying. Walder Frey of the Crossing. 71. Could be our Master of Whisperers. Let's do that. Renly Mertens. What's our Kingsguard look at? Gerald White. White Tower. The White Bull. Rook. So Duncan's now dead. Oh, maybe he died to Maelys, actually. Stebarist and Selmy isn't on the Kingsguard either. Did he join the Kingsguard after he got rid of Maelys? Or was it because he was just a knight there? I can't even remember. Damn, we can't have our coronation because we're currently at war? Well, that's just annoying. Alright, so let's grant the lordship of Gold for to someone. I don't even know. Where even is it? It's in Essos. Oh, it's because we got Dragonstone. I would give it to Aegon, but he's not quite old enough just yet. I could give that to him now, but I'd rather do it once he becomes of age and can actually administrate the region and not allow some lackey to serve. So we'll allow someone else to take this. I don't even know who. A Velaryon. A Cole, maybe. Who should take these far eastern lands? Do we have a Toyne or someone? Or Lucerys Velaryon? Jonthus Velaryon, his brother? Yeah, let's like give him that. Give a Velaryon that. They do have Valyrian blood. Alright, so we're mostly fighting the Starks by the look of it. Even though they're using the Baratheon claim. That's so weird. Hopefully we get him at the end of this. Anyway, we'll stop this small rebellion here. But Brandon Stark seems like he's been baited into this war a little bit. Brandon, foolish, hot-headed as always. Nice. So we're going to stop that minor revolt against the king. So we're going to have to re-deal with them. So now we're straight up at war with the Starks. And we have pretty much all of Westeros with us. Okay, so what we're not going to do is go up the neck and be bogged down in the swamps and by the crocodiles. We're going to try and get to White Harbor as quickly as possible. Okay, so I just clicked that there and it gave us the path to go by sea. So let's move to our princely heir island of Dragonstone, and then we'll make our way up to White Harbor. And that shouldn't take us too long, and then hopefully the AI follows us there too. Yep, so we're going to land in White Harbor now. For some reason we can't take some of the surrounding territory. Maelys has had another child, another daughter. What should we call her? Rhaenyra Blackfire? I'm not too sure. That sounds pretty cool. Yeah, let's name her Rhaenyra and give her an egg. So that means we're going to have to get her married off too. So we're going to be sieging Newcastle now. And oh yes, let's upgrade those pilgrim roads. The Arryns and the Estemonts are going to join us. Let's allow Blackfire to burn and cinder White Harbor. Prince Doran has now officially married Dana Blackfire. So, the dowry of a dragon egg to the Martells, and I guess the future ability to ride dragons is pretty big. Luther is my regent, but he's not entirely happy, I suppose. 22 months now. Not too long before the largest city in the north, what would you consider a true city, White Harbor, will fall to Maelys the Monstrous, riding Blackfire. Yes, and I said riding, not wielding. Wonder where Blackfire is. Same with Dark Sister, those ancient Valyrian steel swords. I wonder where they are. Okay, shouldn't be too much longer now, but this will massively disrupt the Northern Army's ability to trade and generate wealth through here. Let's get Blackfire to burn it again. But now we're at a stage where... Oh, wait! We somehow won. Did he get captured? Oh, maybe. Brendan has now been dealt with, and I guess we should deal with the other traitorous lords there that supported him too, I suppose. 'Cause And we still need to have Maelys' coronation. We'll get that done now, or we'll launch it because we don't want to wait too long. The High Septon, this High Septon excommunicated me. I guess we can try and force him to do this. I don't think he's got much of a choice when I fly to the High Tower and say, hey, on Dragonback, I'm king. Anoint me. Like, oh, okay. Alright. Oh, the aftermath of war, right. Okay, so now we've got Brandon Stark. We're not going to get rid of him like Ares did. And we'll send him to the Night's Watch. So I guess he lives in this alternative timeline. We're going to use the Crown of the Black Dragon for our coronation. The Kingsguard are going to swear fealty to me. And the Lannisters have a queen upon the Iron Throne. Let's pay those ransoms. We don't sit there just yet. Oh yeah, we can actually deck it out. So let's do that. Make sure the Black Fire banner is held proudly, raised proudly. Let's use some of the other skulls too. Vermithor, Balerion. Let's put all the skulls around there. So actually the Iron Throne is equipped. I always find that weird that it's not. And then any other artifacts we have. Some books we can plop down there. Bitter Steel and Daemon Blackfire's skull is a nice touch in the throne room. Oh no, Gerald, the White Tower, the White Bull has passed on. Harlan Granson is probably going to be our pick for Lord Commander on the Kingsguard. And I suppose we have another slot. Who will join? Guess we could bring in Barristan Selmy, maybe. We'll just have to see. Okay, so, wait. Dagmar Cleftjaw, 44 Ironborn. Oh, wow, look at his prowess. Yandron, who's ill, but he's Tyroshi. And then who's this? Walter Sewer. Maybe we'll do Dagmar for the memes. That'd be funny. Dagmar Cleftjaw. The actor that played him in Game of Thrones was really quite good, actually. He's a lot older in the books, a bit more raggedy. Yeah, okay, so is that the first Ironborn warrior to become a Kingsguard member? I can't think of any other Ironborn members. Okay, so someone wants a trial by combat. I guess we can give it to them. So, you know what? I kind of wanted to do this. Let's allow Maelys to fight at his own champion against a guy with 12 prowess. Like, it doesn't matter if he dies. We've got the Iron Throne now. We're a dragon riding house. It might even be funny, lore-wise. But here we go. Maelys on the Iron Throne. King Maelys, I demand trial by combat. So be it. You will face me. And we've just gotten rid of this northerner. Lonard Peel. The old gods did not smile with him. Maelys, with his Valyrian steel sword, and being bonded to a dragon now, has pretty much given him crazy strength mid-coronation. And now we've dealt with the Serwyn. So the coronation of the one true king, Maelys the Monstrous, upon the Iron Throne, has now risen as king. Doran Martell, married to my daughter, bends the first knee. And then we have our banquet. But we don't want to be too sloshed in it. Maelys will make him a bit of a teetotaler, I suppose. Let's try and grant pardons where we can. Oh my god, Stefan is once again trying to make... Ronald, why don't you try and claim yourself? You coward. So we're once again back at war. This time with the Baratheons and the Tullys. This is so annoying. I know he's hated, but jeez. Oh, and the Greyjoys joined. Well, we'll strip House Baratheon with their lands. They can't hold the Stormlands anymore. This is the second rebellion. We'll get rid of the Tullys too, and the Ironborn also. So I guess we give it, what, to House Toyne? Or House Estamont. We'll try and give the Riverlands to House Mud, or is it House Little that usually comes after them? And then, I don't even know what the succession of the Iron Island is. I usually don't need to strip them of their titles. Maybe we'll just give it to the Harlaws or something, or the Good Brothers. I'm not sure. Alright, let's station those crossbowmen, and let's station the Dragon Guard too. We've also got enough money for Armored Knights because we've been in King's Landing, so let's get those. And we should be able to make this war quite quickly done. Maelys is now 62 and has been coronated by the Septon. Okay. Now we've got 60,000 under our command. Let's allow Maelys on Dragonback to burn. Okay, so once again the Stormlands are getting out of this scot-free. I don't know how. I guess they're just using him as a claimant. Alright, let's move into the Riverlands and burn Riverrun and boil those little fishies. Okay, so we're fighting... Well, they were winning before I even turned up there. Huh. Ares, the Mad King, the Collector, is now Lord Commander. How did he wiggle that? Maybe Aemon supported him. Sure, let's knight you. Oh, nice. Rhaenyra has a dragon too, so there's like 4 dragons about. Oh yeah, the Harlaws are supporting us, along with the Good Brothers. I think the Harlaws would have a stronger claim, you'd think. Oh, and we've won. Because we got rid of... We captured the Greyjoys, and then the Tullys there. Okay, let's deal with these titles now that I've stripped from the Stormlands, the Riverlands, and the Iron Islands. So unfortunately I can't give it to a Toyne, which would be more fitting, because we landed them in Essos and now we can't interact with them, which is annoying, but whatever. So we'll give it to the Estamonts, rise them up like the Tyrells, and hopefully they are more loyal to us than the Baratheons. Then we'll deal with them. Now that we've won that war, we've imprisoned them. Same with the Greyjoys too. Let's give it to the Harlaws. I'm not even sure who has the stronger claim after the Greyjoys anyway. Like it was House Howard, then it was the Greyjoys that got risen up too. So let's give it to Siegfried Harlaw. He will be the Lord of the Iron Islands. And then we can't give it to House Mud either in the Riverlands, so I guess it's going to go to House Little, I suppose. But let's get rid of all these prisoners and essentially do the same what we did with the Targaryens. Wipe them out. I could banish, but maybe I'll just get rid of all of them. Just go through here, it'll be quicker. So, just left clicking. Let's end the Baratheon, the Tully, and Greyjoy line. And then make sure these new houses in Westeros are more loyal to us. And doing this under Maelys' reign, the better. And then once Aegor takes the throne, we could be a little bit more justly, I suppose. Alright. So, just using the job that does that. Oh my god. So House Greyjoy's pretty much just been wiped out there. They ain't coming back. And we got rid of the Baratheons too. And what would have been Robert. So there's a oh yeah, so that's the Estamont line. Sure. Alright, let's go through all that. And yeah, House Lyddon is now ruling the Riverlands, which is fine by me. The realm's at war again? Why? Estamont has gone against me. This is just becoming a bit of a joke now, isn't it? Quellen's going to join the Night's Watch. Well, let's quickly deal with them. It'll take me like 2 seconds. Wait, he's here? Wait, hang on a minute. Is this war just going to end? Is this bugged? Because he was there from the last one? Just send you to the Night's Watch. Go. Oh, we just put the Harlaws in, so... let's allow the decision to be whatever. I am the King Estamont. So I guess he escaped, technically? Whatever. Alright, let's move to Storm's End. Yeah, we just need to have a good king. They won't have heaps of bad traits. So Aegon Blackfire should have it. But the dragons are back in Westeros. A dragon riding house sits on the Iron Throne. But it's the Blackfires. The supposed true heirs of the Valyrian dynasty. Alright, let's move to... Wait, Storm's End isn't siegeable? Because they joined us? That's weird. Alright, we won anyway now. Alright, sweet, done. Hopefully that's the last war there. There's just been so many. I never said this campaign was going to be easy, but I feel like we've pushed it with Maelys the Monstrous as much as we can. And, yeah, let's send him to the wall and allow the next Estamont to claim it. A Waynwood's going to take it. Was he... Oh, did he have... East Queen was a Waynwood, I think. And then whatever. I don't care about those minor houses. Nice. Okay. Done. Maelys the Monstrous sits the Iron Throne with his 3 Blackfire children. House Targaryen is extinct. The Golden Company now helps out with the City Watch. Essos is fully under our control. Oh, he's now a giant. Doran Martell's grandson. Rhaenyra has golden hair, so maybe I should give them all blonde hair. Because they all had it. I only changed 2 of them. But Maelys the Monstrous, with his dragon Blackfire, now sits the Iron Throne. Thanks to the support of the Tyrells, the Lannisters, and Martells. The House Tully is now extinct, along with House Greyjoy and House Baratheon. Estamont, Lyddon, and Harlaw now rules. The Starks rule the north for now, along with the Arryns. So I hope you've enjoyed this series. Like, subscribe, all that good YouTube stuff. Let me know in the comments if you'd like to see Aegon Blackfire's run on this save, or maybe we should move on to another character. Make sure to take care of yourselves. Have a fantastic rest of your day. My name has been Simpzy. I'll see you in the next video. Thank you so much.